What's going on? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 209, and the fallout has finally ended for another season. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Doing good, man. A little tired. I got the coffee to power me up for this pod. But the, I binged part of this to get to the pod, so I'm excited to talk about Fallout. A lot of ammunition for this one. So I'm ready to get into it, bro. How you doing, G?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I wouldn't say I binged it, but I definitely literally just finished it before the pod. I'm surprised that, it wasn't Fallout that was putting you to sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you got your coffee, so we're good now. We're good to go. I guess just to start off, bro, we was talking a little bit before the pod, man. It's a million characters in this thing, right? And it's stuff that's easily like forgettable, but also like when they remind you, it's like, dang, I can't believe I forgot about that. So the first thing that I was gonna say that it's not a point anymore, but I just want to point it out there because it's like it's kind of it ties into how I feel about the overall show. Is that finding out that Steph was married to Lucy's dad had me thinking that she was Lucy's mom for a second, because
Yeah,
I completely forgot we saw her mom in the first season, and I didn't watch the final episode because I thought I watched it somehow. I fell off that bad. I thought I watched it, and didn't realize who you were looking at. So I guess my question to you is like, how are you just feeling overall about all of these characters that have all this stuff going on in Fallout and what's looming in a season 3 after watching this one?
Man, that's a loaded question, G.
It is. I'm sorry.
Um,
I just
I
gotta
feel
I just had to
it,
say it.
I feel pretty good about them. This
Okay.
is gonna be the overall theme of the pod. I
Yeah.
just feel like how do I put this? Like the narratives given for all these characters in this season was not as high as I expected,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of just makes it feel like, dang, y'all did a real big buffer season for this.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say wasted Vegas, but I'm not sure if they had to rush production or rush it towards the end. It just really felt like, we didn't really want to do a super big reveal, and they left a lot of cliffhangers for like future stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cliffhanger, like the reveal that you just laid out, like it was cool and everything, but it was like, dang, like this is what we was going with this season. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like I don't know. I felt like it went off with like a sputter, and I was like,
Mm.
dang, season 3. All right, we'll see what happens. I already
A
got a lot of
sputter.
theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like from season 1, there was so many possibilities of them going to Vegas and so many
Mm-hmm.
storylines they could have done, and it felt very, like, anticlimactic and very like, "Okay, well, this is like, we're done here. Here we go." And I'm like, "Dang,
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is what we're moving on to next." So,
Okay.
I don't know if I said that right.
No,
Pretty
I
much,
felt like
it
you set the
felt like
tone though. I feel like you set the tone of like kind of how I'm feeling too about
okay.
the season, because I feel like my theories were bigger than what we ended up seeing, as far as like, even if we just stick on Steph, her being Canadian was like going to be this like big overarching theme that turns out wasn't as big of a deal in the grand scheme of things as far as like her actual role, because at this point she's just fighting for survival still. Like it didn't all of that all of that, you know, preamble of building her up to be this like leader that is, you know, corrupt and has all these secrets and is out here getting rid of people and stuff like that, to just be, you know, running again and not even knowing what she's asking for, but like
Yeah.
just knowing like, okay, I just know like, hey, all else fails, phase two, we should get active, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of it is just like, "Oh, phase 2," and it's like, "Oh, what's phase 2?" And it's just
Yeah.
like everyone's character this season became like, "Oh, what's next?
Yeah.
Ooh, see you in season
Yeah.
3." And I'm like, "Bruh, come on." I could have done a little bit more more hype for a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these narratives. Even if they like showed more.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even like the fact that when they initiated phase 2, they didn't even show like nothing. They just showed the facility and then showed like on the computer, "Do-do-do-do, phase 2
Yep.
begin." I was like, "Bro, what? Come
Mm-hmm.
on."
Yeah.
Because at least the last episode of season 1 had so much like where is the dad going? Always going to Vegas. What's in Vegas?
Yeah.
Uh they got the little core thing, cold fusion. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
like so much stuff didn't happen, and then it's like, all right, I guess we continue this journey. You know, the job not finished. You know, it kind of
Mm-hmm.
felt that way, and then now I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
I guess we're just gonna move on to the next place. Hopefully, I'll get these storylines, all these subplots into like
Mm-hmm.
a singular road that makes up for a much better bang at the end of season 3. So
So do you think that, you know, this is going to be more of a stepping stone than a kind of like deviation? Because I feel like some of these characters don't have nothing else to say. You know,
I felt like that
I know the
with your
ghoul.
favorite boy, your number one boy.
uh, See, I was gonna get there, but like,
Okay, okay, I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
so like with the ghoul, we know he going to Colorado, right? And he's also expressed that he's gone to a whole bunch of different places already looking for his wife and his daughter. In no way, shape, or form at this point in the series, by the time we got to the vault, that I
Mhm.
think they were actually going to be in there. But it was more so of a realization of like, oh, maybe like your memory is the thing that was tricking you this whole time and they were never even alive to begin with. But like that postcard gave us another semblance of hope that was like, okay, maybe they did survive in another vault. You know, that I don't know whose handwriting that was either, though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, could he have wrote? What if he wrote that himself somehow, or somebody else wrote it for him, or like, you know, just something like that. When you have this other whole thing called the Enclave that's like looming as well, and I'm just like, okay, I guess we're going to Colorado now. You know, Vegas was cool, but it was it was like a whole bunch of situations where I felt like the characters they got their like they had their moment, but it was never like something that's like, okay, we're gonna build on this
Yeah,
later on. It was more so like, all right, y'all, this is what happened. That's
yeah.
kind of how it felt.
Something weird about that. You hit it like out the park with that. It was just some weird like this is what happened. Where I
Mm-hmm.
kind of felt like in season 1, it felt like this strange adventure, and we're wondering what side this person's really on, or what side is this person gonna side with? Because the
Yeah,
Lucy is still like this, you know, happy-go-lucky character that wants to like be hopeful.
yeah.
The ghoul already done lived this life. Like, yo, I don't know why you trusting these people, and I don't even
Mm-hmm.
rock with you for real. And like
Yeah,
he keeps coming in and out, and then Maximus was one of my most hated characters. But even this season, like they didn't even give Maximus a lot to work with for like me to hate on. Like I
yeah.
hate on him for like one
He
episode
was
when
there
he
for
returned.
action, and that's it.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, like I know I understand my criticism, but
Yeah,
y'all
he was
gotta
there
give
to
the
be
boy
like,
something to
ooh,
work with. Yeah.
in the little mask. That's all we got. You know, like
And that just was not enough development for his character at all. I was really
yeah,
disappointed.
especially for him to be the catalyst of the Brotherhood
Yeah,
and
that whole
that be
Brotherhood
like the
storyline, like, was
yeah.
a buildup essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So we know the Brotherhood's gonna come into way bigger effect next season with the Enclave,
Yeah.
and I was just shocked. I was like, "Dang."
Yep.
And then also one more thing is like Mr. House's story was really cool with the dad,
Mhm.
but it just wasn't like enough compared to like the game where in the game Mr. House felt like he was literally like any plan that would happen, Mr. House was like, "Yep, I calculated this." Like kind of
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I'm always had the grand plan. I knew so and so faction would win this way, or I knew you were
Yeah.
gonna do this instead." And it always felt like in a way he was controlling the whole story. And in
Mhm.
Fallout, you're picking what to do. You're picking this side. I'm gonna let this I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna do this instead. And
Mhm.
then at the end, it kind of makes it feel like ain't no way this man like directed all of this. But it's kind of
Yeah.
like he's just capping the whole time. Like, oh, I just calculated. I knew you were gonna do all this. And
Mhm.
in the show, they showed how Mr. House was like smart and calculating everything, but it just wasn't enough where I was like, yo, Mr. House is crazy. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's cool. Like,
I don't think we
all right,
needed the doppelganger. I feel like that's where they really lost me. When they revealed that it's like, okay, this is not the bad guy. This the actual Mr. House is the real bad guy. Like, and he's like the man behind the curtain or whatever, like from Wizard of Oz in a sense. So it's like, yeah, I'm playing the background, but like I know all this information and I'm playing chess where everybody else is playing checkers, but there's still like I'm still one person at the end of the day. So even he couldn't like fully, you know, um, rig the game as they would say, like so that the house always wins. But
yeah, he kept saying there's another player on the board and couldn't figure
yeah,
it out. And I was like, bruh, come on
hmm
now.
and it just like it
You
just
ain't
felt like the whole time they were talking about these cool things, having these cool conversations, but it was never sufficient to where it felt like if this show ended today, then I'm like, oh man, that was actually it's like
yeah, and I feel like you could have boosted Mr. House to be such a like a awesome bad guy, looming guy, especially the way it
yeah,
ends where Mr. House is technically just like a computer and he's
hmm
on like a Pip Boy. Um,
yeah,
where it was like, yo, this dude is like a mastermind, like we can't be trusting no robots no more or
hmm
something. Or
yeah,
but they just didn't go that way. And I was like, man, I don't know. It's just Fallout has so much potential and there's still so many more storylines that
yeah,
they could have done. And I felt like they could have done it in this season and they just chose not to, just to do like, oh, we did Vegas, let's go on. And I'm like,
hmm
dang, dang,
yeah.
potential gone.
Do you feel like if it was a different game that it wouldn't have as much leeway? Like the Halo show.
Mm,
Who's watching the Halo show?
I heard the Halo show was good, but kind of like what you're saying, I don't know what direction you're gonna go. You need like Master Chief. So like
Yeah.
in Fallout, at least it kind of feels like you can kind of put yourself in the player's shoes and like
hmm
reminisce. I remember our last pod, we talked about how you never played the game, so it's kind of hard to connect with certain events or certain
Yeah.
scenes because like, oh,
Like
that's
I
not
know
as
this is
crazy.
important, but it's like
Yeah.
like when they revealed the NCR suit and he was looking at that joint
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh,
and
it's crazy.
I was looking at that joint like, oh, they got another one, okay. And it wasn't until like for me the big all moment was the sniper
Mm,
when the sniper shot the what them things called death claws.
yeah.
And then we saw him and he had the mask. And I was like, oh no, that's Fallout. That's kind of what I remember. Not so much. I never got to the suit part in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to walk out around with that and see them actually pull up and I'm like, oh man, like it's finna go down. It was like, okay, all right, that problem solved. But it was never like I don't have these moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, big brain time. Like I can't believe because I don't got
Yeah.
no thoughts to like I don't know anything about Fallout for real. So all this is I'm experiencing this for the first time. So it's a lot of confusing things and there's more things I'm gonna have to remember and like look
And
up
I just feel like
after.
because of that, especially this storyline, it just deals so much with there are all these factions, and Mr. House is like his faction of himself, and
Yeah.
he just believes he can control and manipulate everybody to do exactly what he needs to do to
hmm
control everything. And I just feel like that didn't come through enough in season 2.
It
to
didn't.
the point
I
where
didn't get that feeling until the end when we literally saw like the when he was like, "Yeah, I've rigged the slot machines. I rigged the this. I rigged the that." And I was like, "Oh, like this is what he means. Like when the house always wins. It's like, oh, nah, I've been really plotting this and paying attention to this the whole time." And that's when I was like, okay, now I get the Las Vegas aspect of it. Because before, anytime I seen him, I'm just still trying to figure out, like, okay, what does he really want? Like, what is he really trying to do? Is he the one that's gonna drop the bomb, or is like, you know, all this stuff is running in the back of my head while I'm watching this thing,
yeah,
and
he
I'm
he'll
just,
they make it seem like he's gonna drop the bomb, but essentially he's like, I pretty much always rig the system that I always benefit. Like if an invention comes out, I'm gonna scoop it up before anyone
yeah,
can really get to it. Like every single thing, I'm just gonna boop, I'm gonna acquire it, and then we start launching with it. And
mm-hmm,
they kind of mesh the storylines of Mr. House and Lucy's dad being on the same side in a way that they could manipulate people, but
yeah,
just have two little different versions of doing it. And Lucy's dad just takes it to another extreme. But I just thought they would blend that into like straight on control, where Mr. House can hop into people, like hop,
right.
like he would be able to like
Go through each
jump
little
into
thing, each
pretty
little.
much like become another person, like jump into another person
Oh, okay,
via the little like mind controlling chips, or
yeah,
something along that way, where he
like an
is
avatar.
forever. Yeah, he's like forever living, and he's not just
Mm-hmm,
like the robot. Like he's trying to find a better version of just a forever like robot machine.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Trying to
but
Orochimaru.
pretty much, and at the end of the series or show, we kind of see that they just do the, "Oh, well, I'm done for, and I'm ready to die," Lucy's dad, "but I
Mm-hmm.
sent off my research and development squad
That made me
ahead for
mad.
something else," and I was
Yeah,
like, "Bro, like, what
that
is
made me
this?"
mad because now it's just like, okay, what's the point of this whole journey?
Yeah, and that's
You
where I
know,
just didn't like, because I would've liked
took the
it to
coward's way out,
feel,
man.
yeah, either, like, make it seem like both Mr. House and the dad won in a way where it's like, I completed my research that I was supposed to do in this apocalyptic time, and
Hmm.
we see what it is like this season, so it feels better, like more complete of what we watched.
Yeah.
Or like like he released something that Mr. House can literally control, and then they are gonna spread out of Vegas to complete Mr. House's like work, or take on the
Hmm.
Enclave in a way. And I just felt like they just went with, eh, Mr. House is done. We got these research and development people that are out and about,
Hmm.
and we'll just see y'all next season. Like I felt like it was just, we'll see the next season, and hopefully they can come up with a better story with some new characters, some new celebrities that play these people, and
Yeah.
we see the Enclave story, the Enclave versus the Brotherhood of Steel, which is what I'm guessing.
So, because I have so many, is the Enclave uh Roman people,
No,
or is
no.
the Enclave like the
Essentially, they would be like the
have they
government.
have we seen them yet? Is my question.
So technically, I believe the guy in the car, I think that's the president, the guy with
Yeah.
the red tie.
Yeah.
Uh, so essentially, that should have been the Enclave,
But like
and
not in the surface, not on the surface though. Like
yeah, it would
in the
probably be just
present, we haven't
be
seen
the
them yet.
government then. Yeah, not in the present.
Okay, yeah. So like that's because my whole thing with Hank was that like he kept talking like he was talking to um Mr. House, but then now I don't think he was talking to Mr. House because it's like there's Vault-Tec and then there's uh what is his name? What is his company? The other thing. What is Mr. House? Is Mr. House Vault-Tec too?
I I I didn't think so. I thought Mr. House was his own company, but
Yeah, so like you got Mr. House and you got Vault-Tec, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's two separate
Tech
things.
pays him. Mhm.
Right. So um
The Enclave
Peru,
was considered like the shareholders, or the uh
like the
investors.
people,
I think that's
yeah,
what they call them.
yeah, and then there was like management, which is what the ghoul's wife
Vault-Tec people.
was,
Yeah.
right? So I'm thinking he was talking to House, but really he could have been talking to somebody in the Enclave that we still don't even know who that is. But it's like because the whole thing, his whole story arc, that like basically got nuked, was turning the little device and making it smaller and smaller and smaller to where it's like undetectable. So you don't know who is under the influence or not.
And
And
then you just get a whole bunch of nice people in the world to stop war.
right, and you get the most non-threatening, most rational person in the governor. Was she a governor? I don't know what
I
she
think
was.
so. I think she was like some congresswoman or something like
Or
that.
yeah, congresswoman. That's what she was. That means I think that's what it was. And that's the lady from Euphoria too, I
Oh,
believe.
is it?
The drug dealer that
Oh, I didn't even notice.
um
Dang.
I think because I just watched the trailer not too long ago, and I'm like, is that the lady from Fallout? But yeah, because of the tone and the voice or whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna basically make a whole bunch of bots that'll just do
Yeah.
whatever we want, and um, that is like, you know, the mission to make the basically the surface whatever the actual dream
Docile.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
docile. Yeah, and I'm just like, I still don't even understand it. Like, I don't understand what the overall goal was if the bombs ended up dropping anyway. I say all that to say that, because there's two, like, there's
Yeah, because
Norm.
like that's the dad's experiment that he wanted to work on, and
Yeah.
it's like biting off the technology of Mr. House, which is originally just like manipulating people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like if the bombs drop, what he wanted ordered was literally these facilities that I can focus on, like creating a miniature device to control people and create like a safe society. No more
Mm-hmm.
violence, blah 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 blah. Because all people know is like violence. And it's kinda like both of them realizing, like, "We done told you we not the worst people with, like, the worst plans in the world. Like,
Yeah.
our plans look bad, but we're just saying we're not out here trying to actively, like, nuke everybody." And then
Mm-hmm.
the ghoul essentially gives the code fusion to literally the people who are
The
gonna be like,
worst.
"Yo,
Yeah.
let's press the button and then
Yeah.
let's see what happens." So
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I was like, at that point in the series, I'm like, okay, this is not. We're going to get a season 3 because I'm like, this. There's too much stuff happening and not enough storylines closing, and too many loose ends for this to end this way. So, because that's kind
and
of
it's
like,
like, is the Enclave story bigger?
I
And it
don't
kinda
know.
seems like they just didn't wanna write Mr. House and the dad's storyline bigger, and it
Yeah.
just felt like the dad had a bigger role leaving season 1, and
Mm-hmm.
then Mr. House was just introduced as, like, this super genius that I thought he would also have a bigger role.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Mr. House does come back.
I mean, we saw in
I
Flash when Lucy
on
and
the screen.
on the screen when Lucy and Maximus was looking out at their future
Yeah,
together as a next best
because I just feel like
thing.
they're going up against such a unknown enemy at this point
Yeah.
that it'd be hard if they don't, like, at least bring Mr. House for a little bit for some
Mm-hmm.
knowledge support, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that
And
would spice it up a
access.
little bit more. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
It
just
just
think they
didn't feel like they were doing that.
Yeah, I just think they spread themselves way too thin
Yeah,
for the um, payoffs that we did end up getting. Because instead of there being like, you know, big chunks of lore that could have been dropped in this season that will have you super hype, they, you know, lend it to the idea of like, oh, you don't know what's gonna happen till next time, type of
yeah,
situation. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay, first we following Lucy, and then we get introduced to the ghoul along with Maximus. And then there's still always Norm out there randomly,
yeah, even
you
Norm's
know,
storyline, bro.
still don't
Like,
really make sense. And then we got Hank and then Steph.
yeah,
And I'm like, this is too many. This is too many things to go on. And then we still got Macaulay Culkin in the background, bringing a group of
bringing the Legion.
the Legion, you
Yeah,
know.
pretty much they have just a storyline where the Legion is gonna take over New Vegas. I mean, the NCR is in the city because they defeated the Death
Yeah.
Claws, but I don't think they would continue that storyline if they're just moving straight to, you know what I mean? Like
I
it
think
just
the
feels like they had too
NCR,
many.
I think somehow the NCR are compromised already
But it's just like, do
because it
they
was perfect
continue
timing.
a Vegas storyline for a little bit as they transition to go to like where are they going to? Montana?
Colorado.
Colorado. Which
Close.
I think, yeah, which I think clearly that just means
And
that's
it's
where they're
not
gonna.
they. It's
Yeah,
it's
true.
it's the
No,
ghoul.
we know it's gonna be they. We know
I
it's gonna
know,
be
but it's like
like
they don't have no reason right now to go that way. You know?
it's just gonna.
They could go off
That's
into the
why that little
sunset.
nugget of the research and development. I already sent them off on a path. It's like, well, I gotta.
Yeah. So maybe that's where Mr. House come back into effect because after the ghoul left the pit boy, it's probably gonna take some time for him to like bounce back to his lair or whatever where Maximus and Lucy are, and then that's how they get sent on the mission essentially to go find the ghoul or go wherever he wants them to go essentially.
Yeah,
Um, to then like figure out how that all connects at some point.
I yeah, I just feel like that's the only way to make this season at least feel a little bit more on the rails.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it just feels like, dang, we just going from place to place, and I don't know if this actually leads up to a legit story or not. Now I'm like,
So that because that's kind of my main question as somebody that has played the games, is there a overarching like thing that happens in Fallout that eventually we'll get to
I mean,
or
there's
no?
definitely so it depends on the game. Like certain factions have better storylines. Like, oh, that was
Okay.
a way cooler storyline if I let the Brotherhood of Steel win, or it's way better
Mm-hmm.
if I go this route as like a solo like survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like with the Enclave being clearly the main baddies,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like there is a lot that they can do,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can introduce a whole new like side to go like one more season worth of stuff,
Right.
or they could just end it with the Enclave. So it just depends on how they want to do it. But now we kind of wrapped up Lucy's storyline, and we kind of know already that the Ghoul's wife is not like super sinister. You know what I mean? If
I I never really looked at her sinister as far as
yeah,
like she's doing what she's doing for her own benefit. I looked at it always as an assistance, like she's doing what she's doing for her family. I was
so
always more so looking at the ghoul crazy because of the leaps and bounds that he was going to try to stop doing something he doesn't even understand in the first place.
well now we know this man would had to
Yeah, like
literally handing off stuff to start this.
exactly.
It's crazy. I'm like, bro, you
Yeah.
did not tell us none of this. You was hiding that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But
And he didn't
yeah,
have to address that with anybody. Is another thing. Like it would have
true.
been way cooler if um, like because that would all happen in a flashback, but like he was kind of walking him through the memory. But if Lucy or Maximus was there to find out like, oh, this man is really the reason why we're here, then it's like maybe that could have been something as well. I just feel like Fallout was just doing stuff just to do stuff at this point.
Yeah.
And like I feel like the whole Deathclaw thing, it just got nerfed like so easily when was earlier something that was like, oh man, this is like the end all be all right here. You run into one of these things, it's over.
Yeah.
To just like showing them beating up a million of them, not a million, but
Yeah,
like
beating up the 3 was lame, but,
yeah,
it was just more they could have just done something where they at the end, they literally fought a Deathclaw, and it was extra hard for them to defeat one.
yeah. And nothing about that suit to me was like amazing. Like the
Yeah,
suit
there's just
seems
different models of suits, so
they're just clunky and like I'm just like the actual fight of it was way less interesting than like the reveal. The reveal was cool because it's a different kind of suit, right? It's a different design and it has different features and stuff like that. But the actual combat of them is more, to me, more comedic than action packed. Because whether it's like whenever what was his name? Whenever Thaddeus hopped in the suit so he wouldn't get murked by the rest of the Brotherhood when Maximus crashed out on the other guy, the other Brotherhood guy that was like there to not make peace but basically stop them from what was it? Like it's not revolution, but it's like breaking away from the rest of everybody else. He was trying to like manipulate him into doing it, and then he was about to murk a whole bunch of kid ghouls or whatever. That happened in the first part, but like to me it's just more funny to see them like not be able to go through a door, or them get hit somebody and they go flying and stuff like that. It was never like a situation where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually watching combat and this is like, I want y'all to spend all your money on this. That's why to me the Deathclaw looked like that as well, because it's like if it was really like that huge of a deal to be the Deathclaw, then for one, I feel like it would have been more than one screen that they got to use, because they used the same. I feel like they was using the same clip every single time. It might have been a different background, but like it was that same roar every time. It was no like it was just literally bots, bro. The show full of bots, and I don't know why.
Well,
bro.
I mean, they were in the suit to defeat a Deathclaw. Like no one got that out in the wasteland for real to defeat one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the NCR just came and shot it.
Yeah, but that was out of nowhere. Like they done came
and it was probably like it was probably a big sniper too, huh? I couldn't tell what kind of sniper it was.
Yeah, so normally they like are like hidden in areas. So by the time you start hearing it, it's about to come and get you. So like them shooting it in combat is like, okay, I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
But like
so they're more ambush. They're more
back.
ambush creatures.
Sure.
Okay.
But that last scene where there's like 3 randomly there,
I'm like they just kept popping up, and I'm like, yo, Vegas is not that big for them to just have like at least 15, 10 of all.
They're supposed to be surrounding Vegas. Like there's a bunch.
Yeah.
So it's like very, very dangerous unless you take the roads.
Oh, okay.
But they just rolled that up for like the finale, and I was like, bro, why?
Yeah. See, I didn't know that context to it, but
and
I just felt like it was just too many.
Maximus is just really fighting hard, won the whole time. We keep cutting back to him, struggling. But it was just like, nah, we're gonna defeat one like this, and I'm gonna go after the other. I was like, bro, no way. Like
then he was Captain America at the end too, and I was just like, bro.
And that goes back to like why this season I feel like they just gave him nothing to work with and just said, well, he's gonna defeat a Deathclaw, so that's good enough. I'm like, bro, we like forgot about this man.
And then he's gonna see Lucy, and everything's gonna be right in the world.
Yeah, when he was like storyline over. We'll come up with a new storyline next season. I was like,
yeah, because when he had the cold fusion thing, and he was like, I just need to get this to Lucy. She's a good person. Like he kept repeating. I'm like, yo, they just didn't try. He just literally didn't try. And I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like, man, like if they really cared about his character, he probably could have been way cooler. But they obviously don't care.
Like I already didn't like him.
Yeah.
And he already stirred the pot a little bit this season, but they just completely did not care anymore about him. Like, oh, we just use him to get cold fusion to Lucy, and then let's continue Lucy and her dad's storyline, and then boom, we're off to the next season. And I'm like, bro, this is pretty much you delegated him straight to a courier, and that's it. And let me fight a Deathclaw, and oh wow, I'm done. Like, come on, bro.
Thaddeus' storyline was better than his, and he's a side character.
And he's a side character, So.
Like I'm more interested in seeing how the process of becoming a real ghoul is compared to what Thaddeus got going on.
Yeah, and if they wanted just
Maximus, sorry.
Maximus. if they want to do massive amount of like subplots
Yeah.
and just keep it like I even feel like they lost some of the charm in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could have just done that, but it just feels like they needed to get out of this area and needed to wrap up this story, and it messed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I just feel like all these side characters, they kind of put all the characters into side character mode, and we'll really
Mm-hmm.
see in the next season who, goes back to main character status.
Like when you look at this lineup, because I'm looking at the pictures right now. You look at this lineup, and I look at all these characters. I'm like, man, this show gonna be crazy, right? And then you really watch the show, and I'm like, man, this is probably not what they signed up for, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, unless like Macaulay Culkin and uh, Zach Cherry and even Norm, right? Because like they was talking about Woody for
Yeah.
a second there, like, and it was like, what happened to Woody? He had one conversation, didn't see him again. You know what I'm saying? For real. And then um
A lot of strange decisions with these characters.
and Norm is out here surviving.
Norm's storyline, just a strange green light for that. I don't know why.
And we just had to have the like, it's just a lot of delusion, I feel like, from the groups of people. Like, I feel like there's interesting individuals, but the groups are just all delusional.
I mean, I could get that. I
Cause
mean,
like,
they literally drop bombs on them to on purpose.
I know, but I'm saying like the vault dwellers, I get, right? Because they all been cooped up in the vault this whole time, and it's like slowly but surely everybody going crazy, don't have no life experience. But then like the people that just woke up, right? That Norm woke up, all of them bots as well. Like, don't got a independent thought in their body. And I was just like, yo, there's no way. And it was just one of them. I forgot her name, but like, she survived the roach attack. And now her and Norm are just gonna go out and try to find Lucy, I guess, at this point. I don't know.
But see, like, I think that's my problem with the season. It's just all of these storylines and subplots, they were so interesting surface level.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get more and more in the show, it's like,
There's nothing
oh,
there.
y'all don't really care about these storylines actually.
Yeah.
And it just makes me question the next season, what storylines are even worth it.
They just checking boxes, bro.
Yeah,
They just checking
yeah.
boxes.
And and as much as like the Legion is still in play and Mr. House is still in play, I normally like we can always bring them back and do something cool with them. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't believe it right now because I'm like, yo, y'all had season 2 to do this and y'all
Yeah.
didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I felt like,
it's just a lot of questions.
how do you feel about the flashback ratio?
I think they had to get how this all became.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was just too in the dark of who dropped the bombs, what's going on with Lucy and her dad's family, and uh they wanted to get the dad's storyline like completed.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I guess it's because the Enclave story is gonna be like the legit truth. So then you
Yeah.
can get the Enclave side and then Lucy's mom, not Lucy's mom,
Steph.
uh what's his name's wife and daughter's storyline on how
Oh, the ghoul.
yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
get that side coming up in season 3 and then ultimately the season 4 will be like the main
What do we
characters
do
whether
now?
yeah. The
Because they still haven't even talked about that. All of this is like back pay at this point. It's not
yeah.
even like all this is gonna help us today. Because
Mhm. Yeah.
even if Lucy was able to get her dad back to the vault, there's no justice really that would suffice that you know she could even drum up to really do anything about it.
And like, what is Lucy's storyline gonna be? Can let's reverse my dad's thing? I don't know what.
I I feel like she's in a tough spot right now because her character went through a lot of different like mental things in this season where it's like, okay, you see the world that you first part of your storyline is that you just experiencing the world, the surface for what it is. And you're just like, deer in headlights, you experiencing all like what they say like a trying to drink a trying to drink out of a fire hose, essentially.
Okay, I don't know about that, but
Nah, it's like a saying. I don't know how to say it though. It's like
okay.
essentially like a water fountain, but it's a fire hose instead.
Hmm.
So that's like what she was doing. I don't know. Um, cut that out. It's like nah, but it's like so she's experiencing this, and it was like slowly but surely, like she's trying to reinforce the principles that she grew up with the reality that she's walking through every step of the way with the ghoul. And we get to slowly but surely see those principles kind of not completely change, but shift a little bit to what is reality. And then like when she finally meets her dad, she's come to the point where it's like, oh nah, this man really is crazy. The person I thought I knew has been lying to me this whole time. And I get that that's like a big thing. So like to me, I feel like her storyline was actually probably the best one out of the, I guess, 2 to 3, if you want to call it that, because it was I actually saw like a real character arc versus it just being like through flashbacks and memories, and the person that you present as now is the result of that. Like we can actually see that process happen. And there's a couple times where I was actually thinking like, oh man, like nah, she's actually about to switch up, like she's actually about to fold. It was like when she put the dress on and when she pressed the button the first time, and I was like, dang, it's over. Like this is it. Like, so now it's about to be a father daughter. Like, I don't even know what you call it, but like she about to be the queen of the castle, I guess.
Yeah.
And because what he was doing, like, still not morally right, but it was like it could be technically seen better than what is out there right now. And they had characters begging to forget all the stuff they done been through. We get to see like multiple sides of it. And when you're just like, it's like she was going crazy, realizing how crazy what she was watching was happening. And it was like she just kind of wanted to stop in the moment, but it was really a long game type situation. I'm explaining too much, but the main point I'm trying to make is that getting to see her go through all that stuff and then end with Maximus giving her a big hug, I'm like, okay, I don't know what else we do from here. Like, because there's nothing that Max is bringing to the table that is going to either impede or add to what Lucy got going on.
Yeah.
Outside of just like the chemistry that they have together, that could like, we could see play
just
out.
a reunion. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. Because I feel like it was more about that than like them liking each other.
Yeah, because I mean they're technically not together the whole season, so it's
Yeah.
like,
It's a
oh yeah,
convenient.
they finally get back together, and now we're gonna go
Mm-hmm.
back on the adventure next season with them together.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like I don't feel like you did enough with the pieces you done lightly spread across this whole season. Y'all did not do enough with these pieces to make me feel like we genuinely have a good storyline going into season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they fired all their writers and then just brought in new ones, I don't think I would see a difference.
Mm.
I'll just be like, "Dang, they just picked a better story for season 3 than season 2," you know?
Mm. Dang. Yeah, but because you said that there's not no like overarching like big thing that like all the Fallout games lead to, is still that doesn't really give me no confidence that like whatever we get in the next season will either be the end or like we're
No, I
gonna
mean
get
there
something
is, but
big.
it just depends on like what you pick,
Oh,
like what
okay.
faction you want to go with. So it's just kind of like
But it's
clearly they're
not
gonna go.
chronological, is it though? The games? They all happen at different
Um,
times, right?
they technically
Or
happen
technically
at
at
different
the
times.
same times. Happen at the same time, but like it's not
Yes,
Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3 type of thing.
I mean it is, but it's kind of like
I don't know how
whenever
to
you open the
explain
door. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of
it.
like whenever the vault dweller opens the door, and that might be a different year
Yeah.
uh than when the other vault dweller opened the door. So
Yeah.
so I mean kind of in the show they allude to that, like
Mhm.
someone else got kicked out of their cryopod before someone else, and now they're already wreaking havoc, or they already had 3 years ahead of time to mess around in the real world. So it's just kind of like
Mhm.
clearly they're going with a very important enclave storyline for season 3, which is a good one.
Mhm.
But the Fallout New Vegas storyline for season 2 was a very good one. It just felt very not impactful to the point
Like it
where
wasn't as good as a game.
like wasn't as good as a game, and it just feels like if literally you did hop from a Fallout 1 to a Fallout New Vegas and you continue that storyline like it was a direct sequel, like you continue the character
Mhm.
into a Fallout 3 that deals
Mhm.
with the Enclave, that
Like if it was
this
DLC.
story, yeah, this feels like they're not connecting it enough to the 3rd sequel, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
You know? Like when you go into your 3rd game, you're feeling very, very
Confident.
like confident, like who's the bad guy, what we're doing, we got the crew,
Yeah.
or we lost the crew, we lost someone important, we got to get them back.
Mhm.
Like I just feel like a lot of this season, well, not a lot of it. Towards the end of this season, it just fell apart because they had this script that was just too thin, too many subplots,
Mhm.
and just not enough payoff for each of this stuff.
Yeah. I agree with that. Agree with that. Um hmm. Is there anything that we didn't touch on that you was
Shout out to
thinking about?
Norm. Hope you got a good storyline coming up, buddy.
Yeah. Cause bro, I thought he was gonna have a better question than what he asked.
They even did that whole that whole
Asking what is going to happen to our vault is not the
yeah.
first thing that I would have thought he would have asked, bro. You know,
That was
like
such a money grab. Like, oh, just let's just get another season. What's gonna happen? Like,
you
all
know,
right, I guess.
it would it like I don't know. Money grab is a good description of what I feel like Fallout is right now. Because it's the like I said, like the names and faces that are attached to this thing have you feeling like what the watch Game of Thrones or something like, you know. And I know it's not easy to end things, but that's like, bro, this is the second season, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like we need to revisit some of the stuff that they've been going through. Well, not going through, but like they need to revisit the script and figure out like, all right, are we really doing justice to these characters? Because it's like because they're only like really banking on nostalgia and not like a core like character. Like Lucy's not a character in the game, right?
Mhm.
I feel like they just make sure like they get like all of these things that were in the games and like have a checklist of things that need to, you know, touch on and then boom, we good to go. Because it's like even the water crisis in the vault. It's like, bro, oh my gosh, we're back in the vault, bro.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
it's just to me, it's just night and day from season 1. Like season 1 was just very okay. Who, what's wrong over here? What do they need? What is she looking for? What is the ghoul looking for? What does Maximus need? And
Mm,
then season 2 is just kind of like, oh, okay, but this has to lead to something
Let's break
because
everything.
the last season it kind of led to at least something. Like at least people in the vault they overturned it. They're questioning what's out there. You know,
Yep.
literally this one was like, all right, we got all those answers in
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. So do
I'm
you
like, bro,
know what
I don't know.
the experiment is though? The like you don't have to say it if you do. Like the thing that Norm was looking up.
No, I
Okay.
don't know what Norman's even talking about.
Okay.
Like I do not.
Okay. Yeah. Because I thought it was interesting that he was looking up the experiment because it's like it will explain what happened in that other vault that everybody was dead in, and then also like when it came to his dad saying that the surface was really an experiment, and find out he's like more of a scientist than anybody else in the show. I'm just like, okay, maybe, like,
Like even when I think about all the Fallout lore, and I kind of feel like I know what's gonna happen in the next season. Uh,
mhm.
I the surface being an experiment. I'm just like, bro, it's crazy town up there. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what
Well, because
I
you gain
don't.
from it.
Yeah,
It's not like I'm not even about to give a real world example. 'Cause I was gonna be
yeah.
like, it's not like a money play because it's like
It
you
just
destroyed
Fallout just
everything.
has these situations where like everything's destroyed and
Yeah.
like boom, look what happened. Ain't this crazy? Do you want to
Hmm.
stop it or should we continue it? Like, is this righteous or not? And you're kind of just deciding, you know what? Which one do I feel like is more entertaining?
What you
I don't
saying
know what it
though?
was.
You were saying that in Fallout, essentially like the game, you're making choices that are either going to be more entertaining or either you cut out. I'm assuming you were going to say
Yeah,
like more of a moral
yeah. You
kind of
kind of
conscious decision.
yeah. You go with. Do you want to? Are you taking like the moral high ground? Are you going with a character that you like more? Are
Hmm.
you going with like whatever you feel like you would do in this situation or what's right for like your side?
Yeah.
And sometimes that puts you on like the quote unquote evil side, sometimes puts you on the good side. And when it comes to this show,
Hmm.
they literally are just picking for you. So depending
Yeah.
on the storyline, it can really affect like what is good. And I just feel like for season 2, you could
Hmm.
have just thrown us into like a really, really gray area where we feel like, dang, I ain't rocking with none of these people, or and they just decided to be very bland, very basic, very all right, we're just gonna go into the next season when uh at least in season 1, we kind of felt like, dang, no, we're no longer like we already experienced the wasteland. So now
Yeah.
we know what to do coming up. Now I'm just kind of like,
Hmm.
bro, where are the tough choices in these episodes? Where are the big time character arcs in this episodes? Where season 3, I don't know if we're gonna get that, bro. We might get side
Yeah.
missions again.
Yeah. It's even got me thinking about like how it even started, like when the bombs actually dropped. Was that even real? You know,
Yeah.
like because like in that instance, it was him and his daughter running away. And I'm like, okay,
Mm,
could he be misremembering that after 200 years? So I'm very interested in what really happened and like the actual lore of Fallout because like now that I've seen that he gave the what is it called again?
Cold Fusion.
Old Fusion to the little bad guy who was the president. Who would have guessed? you know? So let me
Yeah.
stop. But
Pretty sure that was the president, right?
yeah. Um because he was like, how can I be sure that I'm even giving this to the right person? She was like, well, what if I could arrange you give it to the president? I was like, what make you think the president is a good guy too? You know? And I'm just
Hey.
like, yeah. But yeah, so now I'm questioning everything. And then even the person that you present to this day has all of these like principles that like come with living in the wasteland and all this other stuff, and you don't embody the character that you played as an actor in a past life. I'm just like, man, there's no rooting for you at all.
Yeah.
You know? So on to season 3.
Steep hill. Steep hill.
Got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Got a lot of work to do, man. But yeah, I feel like that's really it, man. Is there anything that you did like about the show? I feel like we talked about some things, but it's not necessarily like
So a lot of like the whimsical, silly Fallout stuff that was in season 1, they kind of got rid of a lot of it in season 2. They still did have some stuff where he was
early
flying
on.
across the screen. Yeah, early on, and
Yeah.
when he's fighting the Death Claw, and he was like flying.
Mm-hmm.
But things that I did like, man, I was let down by a lot of the stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing I do like is just how the Ghoul storyline ultimately unfolds, because um, the lead up to what I think is gonna happen, I think is gonna make it a little bit spicier, a little bit more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was really glad. I was like, please do not uncryo freeze these people and just be like, oh, what does this mean? Like,
Yeah.
them actually not being there was like, okay, let's keep this going.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say the highlight for me was Lucy's storyline. Because I was just
Oh,
like, I know there's no way, because they almost got me twice. Like I said earlier, I was like, oh, there's no way she about to fold right now. And then she don't. But even like just like the actual emotion that she was able to share, and then like when she actually
got
had to leave her
betrayed, bruh.
dad. Yeah, when she left her dad, and she was like, "Miss, you got a little smudge on her face. There's nothing on her face."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Dang, he really gone." Like,
Yeah.
so, um, then Max pull up, and they're just like, "Bro, what are you doing there?" So, I'd say that was probably the highlight. I think the most disappointing thing for me was Steph's storyline, because it didn't go
Yeah, the
nowhere.
fact that they didn't go farther
The whole
after, like,
Canadian
episode
thing.
4, yeah.
But yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
man,
they
y'all
had
made this a
momentum,
big
bro.
deal for nothing.
Yeah. She's
You know?
Canadian,
Yeah.
r big red flag.
Mm-hmm. Big red leaf. Me. So, okay. Do you have a score?
Uh, Imma go with the 7. Imma go with the 7.
Mm,
I think this season a lot from the last 4 episodes, and
man.
I feel like episode 6 was pretty good.
Mm,
Um, and some narrative stuff between the back and forth is really good stuff. I just don't like where it ultimately ends up, or where it lands, or like what it means for an overarching story.
yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of Lucy's story arc either, but it was wrapping up her and her dad, and so I get it. Uh, and yeah, I just don't like the way where replaced that
She was
whole
on
plot.
drugs, bro. That was funny.
Yeah, yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Um, and
Okay.
I I think I'm let down by just Max's character, because I didn't like him. I still
Yeah.
don't like him, and they just demoted him to a side character. So it makes me feel bad, because now I just kind of feel like it's a two-person show,
Yeah.
and
He
it
said
might
we need
just be a
somebody to
one-person
drive
show.
real quick. We need a designated driver, and that's what he became.
Yeah. So now I don't know what direction I want to take, because I feel like they took my criticism seriously of, this character got to be stopped. Like he just causing a
Mm-hmm.
scene every time he's on screen. But now I'm like,
I
come
wish
on, we
he'd
got
do
to get this.
something.
Yeah, I wish he'd do something. So it's weird. I'm still gonna end on a 7, because I do think some of the episodes are really strong.
Mm.
Um, but
Flashbacks were
when you
great though. I really like the
yeah,
flashbacks.
but when you don't wrap it up, I
Yeah.
gotta ding you a lot. I'm just saying, man. Like, I don't know if I feel the same hype going in season 3, episode 1.
Oh no.
I might wait a few episodes before
I
I,
mean,
I turn on
even the
Fallout.
release of this was snuck up on me.
Yeah,
You know, I was
I
not
hope
checking for this at
season
all.
3 comes fast. I'm just gonna say that, but I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
How you feeling, G?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. As I always do. I was leaning 6-7. You know what I'm saying? 6-7.
Okay. Okay.
Because I don't want to give it a 6 because I don't think the quality of the show is of like what they actually are doing is that bad. But like it's a whole bunch of nothing burgers, bro. You
Mhm.
know? That is a clear step down from season uh 1. And I feel like a lot of the hope that I had and like what they were going to be able to do and what we're going to be able to see, it just didn't live up to it. And even like I said the first time we talked about it when the first like 4 episodes came out, where the the fact that I didn't play the games was like really like a big factor in the not so much the enjoyment level of the show core principles, but like some of the bigger pieces that are like, if you play the game, you know this is an important
Yeah.
moment or important character or important thing. And it's like it didn't translate well for me. Um Whereas like the first season was really just getting to know a lot of these characters. And then like now that we get more backstory and more um storylines, it just feels like there's a lot of work still left to be done. And, I'm not in no rush to get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say oh man. I think I'll just put it a 6.5. Let's do 6.5 because it's like the mid will still have me suggesting it to people.
Mm.
You know?
I think it's
Also,
kind of not like nothing memorable happened.
yeah. I feel like it's a chore to watch.
Dang.
Like I feel like I'd rather watch a recap of it
I think you could watch a recap, and
and it'd
if
be way
season 3 is
better.
a banger, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd feel good. Like,
Yeah.
so I
So,
was
and it says a lot that I didn't even finish the first season too. Because like that normally never happens. Not just forgot about it and never went back to it. You know? So yeah. I think I landed at 6.5, man. Unfortunately. But let us know what y'all thinking about Fallout in the comment section below. And yeah, see if you're gonna stick around for season 3. Curious. But Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
I got a good one today. I got a good
Oh,
one.
okay.
All right, y'all. I'm like 2 episodes away from finishing up Blue Lock. It took me a
Oh,
long time. This is 4 years in the making,
yeah,
but I'm
legend,
there.
legend.
Uh, Pretty excited. I did hold off finishing it to finish Fallout, but
Unfortunate.
I'm excited. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty excited to watch that. I'm gonna move straight back into My Hero again because
Okay, okay.
there's just something about being closer to the end of the season that makes you want to watch it more than
I
just
get the
going after
opposite
season
feeling.
after season.
Once I
Oh
be
man,
close to finishing stuff, I'll be not wanting to finish it.
yeah, you do be saying that. I be like, oh no, I didn't know. So
I don't want it to be over. My thing.
yeah, I'm just excited to finish that up and just get through it. And I've been reading a lot more of my mangas. I caught up to Dandadan. I caught up
Mm-hmm.
to
Dun, dun,
um
dun, 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 dun.
dang, I don't even know what it's called.
Chainsaw Man?
Kagurabachi,
Oh, I
the
don't know what
samurai
that
sword
is.
one. I need that animated immediately, bro. I just need it animated immediately because they just be talking spicy, and I'd be
Talking
like,
crazy in that joint.
they'd be like, "Yo, this the most devastating weapon ever," and then they show they do like a just like a little glimpse of the power or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'd be like going
Boom.
crazy, and I'm like, "All right, I need to see the whole thing." Like, let's go full Susano real quick, but
Okay,
they
okay.
don't do that in the beginning of anime,
Mm,
so. So I've been catching up to my mangas. I'm probably gonna go back to the store and pick up that new Gachi Akuda because I haven't. picked up the new volumes. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Chainsaw Man, you know what I mean? I always read ahead on that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I gotta catch up on JJK because
Yeah, yeah.
uh, it'd be looking good. It'd be looking good. So
Like, are you like caught up all the way in
yeah,
the
yeah,
sense of like the season?
yeah. I'm
You're on the
like
right season,
one
yeah.
episode behind.
Okay.
Like if they drop on Sundays, right?
Yeah, Sunday, Saturday.
Sunday, Saturdays, yeah. So I just haven't seen that one. So
Okay.
um, but yeah, I'm excited. Blue Lock is about to be gone, and I'm not gonna read ahead on that. I'll wait for the animation.
Okay. Yeah. Who's your favorite
What?
character right now? Blue Lock.
Oh, that's tough because I still don't like none of these guys in
For
Blue Lock.
real?
I really
Wow.
don't. Like,
My favorite character, Nagi.
really,
Yeah.
man.
That boy is so creative, bruh. Tough.
I
And he do it so effortlessly.
don't know if I got a favorite person in Blue
They
Lock.
made a whole movie about Nagi, bro. That's how you know he like that.
It's just like
Okay, if
I
you
don't
don't,
know.
who do you not like the most then? If you have people that you don't like, who do you not like the most?
It's not that I don't like a character. It's just they do the anime thing where it's like, I'm gonna use my ultimate move and look how unstoppable I am. And then like
Mm-hmm.
right before they're about to score, they kind of like,
Counter.
oh, yeah. And then the other person is like, not so fast. And
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, you just did all this nice stuff.
yeah.
And people like Nagi get like the actual finish where it's like, okay, cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
he tough. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
Isn't that soccer though?
yeah, it's just like certain characters,
For
I just
football?
don't care about them being great. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
you can do your thing. I just
yeah. Mm-hmm.
really I'm not
Especially at that point in
championing
the
you being
show.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I do really
because they
like
wasn't they wasn't a part of the original team type beat. So it's like, do I really care about y'all?
yeah, so I do really like the pink hair guy. He
Mm-hmm.
was number
Chigiri.
2. Is that his name?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do really
Chigiri.
like him. And then when
Mm-hmm.
he flipped teams or whatever, not technically not flip team, when they like stole him, I was
Oh,
like
you talking about the blonde and pink hair guy?
blonde pink hair. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
not the
Not the speed guy.
not the speed guy. Nah.
Are you talking about
Uh,
the? He freaked out.
yeah. Yo, he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to hug after
Yeah,
2 goals," and he's like, and then I say 3 goals, and he was like, "All right, I'll keep scoring for you." I was like, "Bro, you
yeah.
gotta chill out."
That boy
But
freaked out. Yeah.
I just liked his whole like he's on this team, and then he's going on the other team, and then they
Mm-hmm.
know him, and
He
then they
kill
kind
him.
of don't want to play him. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I just like that overall. So he's probably my favorite character, but
Wow.
it's just
Devious.
because the situations he's in.
Okay. Okay. Not who I would
And
have picked, but I get it.
I'm mad the brother is last one. I'm mad the brother was a midfielder, not a striker. I was like, bro, you some weak sauce. You can't be switching up like that. So yeah, I was mad at that.
I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say too much. Okay. That's dope though.
Think about G.
Well, I'm geeked about, man. So I'm not all the way caught up on JJK. I got like 2 episodes
Okay.
to watch. Just because I was like still in the process. I was watching the dub and I'm still in the dub part of the show. But super excited about it. And I can't wait to get to the point where like I get to see the fight that I want to see that everybody been trying to spoil for me this whole time. But super excited about that. Fire Force. I did I watch this week's episode? I don't think I did. Might have. I don't know. But it's like getting to that point. It's an end game of Fire Force as well. And that joint is pretty cool. And then but the real things I've been geeked about is the real thing I'm geeked about is industry, bro. Like it was probably like the highest rated episode last week as like a I don't know if it was like a 9.4 or 9.6 or something like that. I don't even know how people be rating stuff that fast, bro. Like I know how they do it, but it's like, dang, they got the numbers in quick. you know?
Cinema.
Yeah, like that. No, but Chris, like when I tell you, it was like so much stuff happened in that episode, and on top of that, like the show it's on HBO, right? So
Yep.
it's gonna be freaked out parts of the show, but it was like not what you kind. Well, I can't even say it's not something you expected because I expected it to happen, but it's like the how far they're able to take it is like, oh my gosh, like that was a lot. But um like it makes you wonder, I'm like, damn, I wonder if they knew this what they were signing up for. They was about to get on the show, you know? Like the character is goated, but it's like it's funny. It's like dang. Um I never thought I'd see Jon Snow in this predicament, you know?
Mhm.
But it's like it's not Jon Snow. You know, it's a whole different character. Young's got range, you know what I'm saying? But but it's not even crazy. It's not crazy, Chris. It's not crazy. I'm just saying it's just like it was like the opening. And like that was like the because I was on Twitter when the show came out and I was like, oh, I gotta get off of here. Because it was like it was like, oh my gosh, industry type thing. I was like, oh, this is what they oh my gosh about. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But like the way to me it's cool because industry like taps into like not stuff that be happening in real time, but like it plays on like stuff that happens in real life too. That's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Like, or and it's like all about like uh it's like all about like power, but at the same time, like who has it and who doesn't. Like it's like a give and take where it's like you think this person has all the power, then you know this happens and they say something that makes you think, oh, maybe they don't, you know. And then they get on TV and it's like, yeah, this person that, and it's crazy, bro. So that's the main thing that was insane. Watched. I still gotta catch up to Sir Duncan the Tall.
Me too. I heard they had bangers.
Yeah. But it was like they said industry was better, and I'm like, dang, I gotta watch
Oh
industry first,
dang.
you know?
Okay.
Because like basically it was saying like the bigger show was definitely the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, but like people was like, nah, but y'all sleeping on industry is what I've heard, right? Um, which I agree with, but two different fan bases, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But the last thing I'll say, I don't know if I said it last week too, but free run. I think I did. It's something about free run.
Oh yeah, I haven't started that yet. I clicked play, but I quickly stopped. I said, you know
Yeah,
what? Let me save this for a
because you
time where
gotta
I can.
lock in when you watch it, because
Yeah,
like
that's what I heard.
6 months will pass just like that, and you didn't even
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
you know.
that's what I heard. I
So
heard.
that joint is cool because it's like now that I finally got past like the first real like big battle, where it's like, okay, we got to actually see this party unleash some magic and strength and all this other stuff against a real foe. It's not still the main big bad, but like I don't know how many tiers below, and it still be something where it's like, yo, these youngins really like that in different ways. It's like, dang, I'm watching Free Ren. I'm like, yo, she just like Goku for real, bro. Like it's crazy, you know. Like, and it's not like a plot armor type of way. Like she don't have a spirit bomb, but like the way she used her mana, it's just like, dang. I never thought of thinking about it like that, and just the experience of like an elf in how long they live and how they experience time. And I thought it was like a universal thing, but it's like, dang, really not. Free rent still like individual at the end of the day. So everybody experiences it different, but it's like a different take on storytelling because of how time works in that joint. So you gotta watch it, Chris. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't spoiled nothing. I ain't spoiled nothing. Promise. Promise I ain't did it. And then Yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, like, I'm excited to get back to the pit. I haven't finished that, but excited to watch that. That's really it, man. Don't really got any movies. All the movies I want to watch is not coming out this month, so gotta wait until next month. But plenty of anime, plenty of TV. So we still eating, but that's all I already got. You got anything else, Chris? Here we go.
I'm good, me.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Oh, first off, hit that like, hit the subscribe button. I always forget to say that, bro. And see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.